Today we embark on a transformative journey together. A journey that will challenge you, inspire you, and ultimately empower you to become the very best version of yourself. Our topic today is one of paramount importance you need to change. Change the way you see yourself. Now, I want you to take a moment and really think about those words. You need to change the way you see yourself. These aren't just empty phrases, they are the key to unlocking your true potential and achieving the success you've always dreamed of. You see, my friends, the way you perceive yourself is the single most important factor in determining your success in life. It's not your education, your background, or even your current circumstances. It's how you see yourself that truly matters. Let me ask you a question. When you look in the mirror, what do you see? Do you see a person of limitless potential capable of achieving greatness? Or do you see someone held back by fears, doubts, and limitations? The truth is, most people underestimate their own capabilities. They sell themselves short, believing that success is reserved for others, those who are smarter, more talented, or more fortunate. But I'm here to tell you that this couldn't be further from the truth. Each and every one of you has within you the seed of greatness. You have talents, skills, and abilities that are uniquely your own. You have the power to achieve anything you set your mind to. The only thing holding you back is the way you see yourself. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Brian, that sounds great, but how do I actually change the way I see myself? Well, I'm glad you asked, because that's exactly what we're going to explore today. The first step in changing how you see yourself is to understand that your self-image is not fixed. It's not something you're born with or something that's imposed upon you by others. Your self-image is something you create, and more importantly, it's something you can change. Think about it this way: your self-image is like a mental picture you carry around with you at all times. It's the way you see yourself in your mind's eye. And just like a photograph, this mental picture can be altered, improved, and even completely transformed. But here's the thing: your subconscious mind doesn't know the difference between a real experience and one that's vividly imagined. This means that by consistently visualizing yourself as the person you want to become, you can actually begin to change your self-image from the inside out. This is not some new age mumbo-jumbo, my friends. This is a scientifically proven fact. Numerous studies have shown that visualization techniques can have a profound impact on performance and achievement. Take, for example, the famous study conducted with basketball players. One group practiced free throws every day for 30 days. Another group didn't touch a basketball, but instead visualized themselves making free throws for the same amount of time. The result: the group that only visualized improved almost as much as the group that actually practiced. Now, I'm not saying you shouldn't practice or put in the hard work. What I am saying is that the power of your mind, the power of how you see yourself, is far greater than most people realize. So how do we harness this power? How do we begin to change the way we see ourselves? The first step is to become aware of your current self-image. What beliefs do you hold about yourself? What limitations have you accepted as truth? Are these beliefs serving you, or are they holding you back? I want you to take a moment right now and jot down 3 beliefs you have about yourself. These could be positive or negative. Maybe you believe you're not good with numbers, or that you're a natural leader, or that you always struggle with time management. Whatever they are, write them down. Now, look at those beliefs. Are they based on fact, or are they simply stories you've told yourself over and over again? More often than not, you'll find that these beliefs are not objective truths, but rather subjective interpretations of past experiences. The good news is, once you become aware of these beliefs, you have the power to change them. You can choose to let go of limiting beliefs and replace them with empowering ones. This brings us to the second step in changing how you see yourself: affirmations. Affirmations are positive statements that you repeat to yourself regularly. They are a powerful tool for reprogramming your subconscious mind and reshaping your self-image. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Brian, isn't that just positive thinking? Does that really work? And my answer is absolutely, unequivocally yes. You see, your mind is like a garden. The thoughts you plant and nurture are the ones that will grow and flourish. If you constantly feed your mind with negative, self-defeating thoughts, that's what will grow. But if you consciously choose to plant positive, empowering thoughts, that's what will take root and blossom. Let me give you an example. Instead of telling yourself, "I'm not good at public speaking," you could affirm, "I am becoming more confident and articulate every day," instead of thinking, "I always mess up important presentations." You could say, "I deliver compelling presentations that engage and inspire my audience." The key is to make your affirmations positive, present tense, and personal. And most importantly, you need to repeat them consistently. Remember, we're trying to create new neural pathways in your brain, and that takes repetition and time. But affirmations alone are not enough. To truly change the way you see yourself, you need to align your actions with your new self-image. This is where the rubber meets the road, my friends. If you want to see yourself as a successful entrepreneur, you need to start acting like one. If you want to see yourself as a fitness enthusiast, you need to start incorporating regular exercise into your routine. If you want to see yourself as a confident public speaker, you need to seek out opportunities to speak in front of others. This might feel uncomfortable at first. In fact, it probably will. But remember, growth and comfort rarely coexist. You need to be willing to step out of your comfort zone and into your growth zone. Now, I can almost hear some of you thinking, "But Brian, what if I fail? What if I try to act like this new version of myself and I mess up into that?" I say, fantastic. Failure is not the opposite of success, it's a crucial part of success. Every successful person you admire has failed countless times on their journey. The difference is, they didn't let those failures define them. They saw them as learning opportunities, as stepping stones on the path to success. This brings us to another crucial aspect of changing how you see yourself, reframing failure. Instead of seeing failure as a reflection of your worth or abilities, see it as feedback. It's simply information that tells you what doesn't work, bringing you one step closer to finding what does work. Thomas Edison, one of the greatest inventors in history, famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." That's the mindset of a true innovator, of someone who refuses to be defined by temporary setbacks. So I challenge you to embrace failure. Seek it out even, because every time you fail and get back up, you're strengthening your resilience muscle. You're proving to yourself that you're capable of overcoming obstacles. And in doing so, you're gradually changing the way you see yourself. Now, let's talk about another powerful tool for changing your self-image role models. Surrounding yourself with people who embody the qualities you aspire to can have a profound impact on how you see yourself. Think about the 5 people you spend the most time with. Are they positive, ambitious, and growth-oriented? Or are they negative, complacent, and stuck in their ways? As the saying goes, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This doesn't mean you need to cut ties with everyone in your life who isn't perfect. But it does mean you should consciously seek out relationships with people who inspire and challenge you to be better. Read biographies of successful people in your field. Listen to podcasts featuring inspiring entrepreneurs. Attend seminars and workshops where you can meet like-minded individuals. The more you expose yourself to examples of success, the more you'll start to see those qualities in yourself. Another crucial aspect of changing how you see yourself is taking responsibility for your life. This might sound obvious, but you'd be surprised how many people go through life feeling like victims of circumstance. They blame their upbringing, their boss, the economy, or any number of external factors for their lack of success. But here's the truth: while you can't always control what happens to you, you can always control how you respond. Taking responsibility means acknowledging that you are the author of your own life story. It means recognizing that your choices, your actions, and yes, even your thoughts shape your reality. This can be a hard pill to swallow. It's much easier to blame others or circumstances for our problems. But once you truly internalize this idea, it becomes incredibly empowering. Because if you're responsible for where you are now, it means you have the power to change your circumstances. So I want you to make a commitment right now. From this moment forward, no more excuses, no more blaming. Take full responsibility for your life, your successes, and your failures. This shift in mindset alone can dramatically change how you see yourself. Now, let's talk about the power of goal setting in changing your self-image. Goals are like magnets for success. They give you direction, focus, and motivation. But more than that, they help you see yourself as someone capable of achievement. When you set a goal and achieve it, no matter how small, you're sending a powerful message to your subconscious mind. You're saying, I am someone who sets goals and achieves them. This reinforces a positive self-image and builds your confidence. But here's the key: your goals need to be SMART. That's an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Vague goals like I want to be successful or I want to lose weight aren't enough. You need to be specific. Instead of I want to be successful, your goal might be I want to increase my income by 20% in the next 12 months. Instead of I want to lose weight, it could be I want to lose 15 pounds in the next 3 months by exercising 30 minutes a day and cutting out processed foods. Once you have your SMART goals, write them down. There's something powerful about putting your goals on paper. It makes them more real, more tangible. Keep your written goals somewhere you can see them every day. Read them out loud each morning and evening. And here's a pro tip: write your goals as if you've already achieved them. Instead of I will increase my income by 20%, write I have increased my income by 20%. This ties back to what we discussed earlier about your subconscious mind not knowing the difference between real and vividly imagined experiences. Now, as you work towards your goals, it's crucial to celebrate your progress along the way. Too often we focus solely on the end result and forget to acknowledge how far we've come. This can lead to frustration and a negative self-image. Instead, make a habit of celebrating your small wins. Did you stick to your exercise routine for a full week? Celebrate that. Did you deliver a presentation without stumbling over your words? That's worth celebrating too. These celebrations don't have to be grand gestures. It could be as simple as treating yourself to your favorite coffee or taking a moment to reflect on your progress. The important thing is to acknowledge your achievements, no matter how small they might seem. This practice of celebrating small wins does two important things. First, it keeps you motivated. It's much easier to stay committed to your goals when you're regularly experiencing the positive emotions associated with success. Second, and perhaps more importantly, it gradually changes how you see yourself. With each small win, you're reinforcing the belief that you are someone who achieves their goals. You're building a track record of success, no matter how modest. Over time, this accumulation of small wins can lead to a dramatic shift in your self-image. You'll start to see yourself as someone who is capable, resilient, and successful. And as your self-image changes, you'll find that your external reality begins to change as well. Now, let's address something that often holds people back from changing how they see themselves: fear of judgment from others. Many of us are hesitant to change because we're worried about what others might think. We fear that if we start acting differently, people might criticize us or think we're being inauthentic. But here's the truth: what others think of you is none of your business. Your life is yours to live, and you have every right to grow, change, and evolve. In fact, it's not just your right, it's your responsibility. Think about it this way: by becoming the best version of yourself, you're not just improving your own life, you're also setting an example for others. You're showing them what's possible when you decide to take control of your self-image and your life. So, if you encounter resistance or criticism from others as you begin to change, don't let it deter you. See it as a sign that you're moving in the right direction. After all, if you're not encountering any resistance, you're probably not growing. Another powerful tool for changing how you see yourself is to practice gratitude. Gratitude might seem unrelated to self-image at first glance, but it's actually a crucial component. You see, when you focus on what you're grateful for, you're training your mind to look for the positive in your life. This positive focus gradually changes your overall outlook, including how you see yourself. Start each day by listing 3 things you're grateful for. These can be big things like your health or your family, or small things like a delicious cup of coffee or a beautiful sunset. The important thing is to make this a daily practice. As you cultivate gratitude, you'll start to see yourself as someone who has abundance in their life, rather than someone who's lacking. This shift in perspective can be transformative. Now, I want to address something that many people struggle with when trying to change how they see themselves: perfectionism. Perfectionism might seem like a positive trait, but it can actually be a major obstacle to personal growth. Perfectionists often have a very rigid self-image. They see themselves as either perfect or a failure, with no middle ground. This all or nothing thinking can be paralyzing, preventing them from taking risks or trying new things. If this sounds like you, I want you to start embracing the concept of progress over perfection. Recognize that personal growth is a journey, not a destination. You don't need to be perfect, you just need to be better than you were yesterday. This mindset shift can be incredibly liberating. It allows you to take action without the fear of not being good enough. It gives you permission to make mistakes and learn from them. And most importantly, it allows you to see yourself as a work in progress, always growing, always improving. As we near the end of our time together, I want to emphasize the importance of patience and persistence in this process of changing how you see yourself. Your self-image has been formed over years, maybe even decades. It won't change overnight. There will be days when you fall back into old patterns of thinking. There will be times when you doubt yourself or question whether you're really capable of change. This is normal. It's part of the process. The key is to not let these moments of doubt derail you. Remember, progress isn't always linear. Sometimes you'll take 2 steps forward and 1 step back. But as long as you keep moving forward, you're on the right path. Think of changing your self-image like turning a large ship. It takes time and consistent effort, but once you start moving in a new direction, the momentum builds, and before you know it, you're sailing towards a whole new horizon. So my friends, as we conclude our time together, I want to leave you with this final thought you have within you, right now. At this very moment, everything you need to become the person you've always dreamed of being. The power to change how you see yourself, and in doing so, change your life, is entirely in your hands. It's not about having special talents or advantages. It's about making a decision to let go of limiting beliefs, a decision to embrace a new, empowering self-image, a decision to become the best version of yourself. Will it be easy? No. Will it be worth it? Absolutely. So I challenge you, starting today, make a commitment to change the way you see yourself. Use the tools and strategies we've discussed: affirmations, visualization, goal setting, taking responsibility, celebrating small wins, practicing gratitude, and embracing progress over perfection. Write down your commitment. Share it with someone who will hold you accountable. And then take that first step. Remember, the journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step. You have the power to rewrite your story. You have the ability to reshape your self-image. And in doing so, you have the potential to transform your life in ways you never thought possible. Thank you for your attention, your engagement, and your commitment to personal growth. Now go forth and become the person you were always meant to be. The world is waiting for your unique gifts and talents. It's time to let them shine. Remember, you need to change, and it all starts with changing the way you see yourself. The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams, and I believe in you. Thank you, and God bless.